welcome you back as we are getting set now for 4 rounds in the middleweight division as Brian Mihtar will be taking on Chris Graves. Let's get the official introductions from our ring announcer, Andre Hortemash.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout will be contested in the super welterweight division and is scheduled for 4 rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This young man is a veteran of 19 professional fights and weighed in at 157 pounds. He is fighting out of Traverse City, Michigan. Please say hello to Chris Amazing Graves. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighed in at 158 pounds and sports a spotless professional record of 5 victories, all 5 by knockout with no defeats. From Detroit, Michigan, please welcome Brian the Lion Mihtar!
Okay, both of you guys have your trunks right where they're supposed to be. Okay, so anything above the trunks is legal. Anything on the trunks or below will be considered a low blow. Guys, give me a good clean bout, touch them up, may the best man win.
And we are set now for 4 rounds of action.
Chris, ready?
Brian Mihtar taking on Chris Graves. Right now it's Mihtar coming in.
Yeah, you've got an undefeated prospect, Tom, so he's very, very confident. You know, until you get that first loss, you think you're invincible. So he's coming out to make a statement. Looks like he has a lot on his punches. He's got a good stiff jab. He just followed it earlier with a left hook. He continues to that left hook to the body. And those are tough shots. I can hear him here at ringside.
And an interesting point, Steve, is that he's actually stopped all 5 opponents with body shots.
Yeah, that's very impressive. A lot of young fighters, a lot of prospects always try to headhunt. But I'm a huge fan of body shots because not only can you knock somebody out with a body shot, but even if you don't, over time it takes a lot of wind out of the other guy's sails.
Right now Graves landing a couple jabs and throwing a right hand.
Yeah, he certainly has come to fight, and you know he's holding his ground, but it looks like in the early going that Mihtar is just a bigger, stronger fighter, and there's a lot more on his punches. You know, and he's maintaining good distance. You know, he's keeping his gloves up. He's parrying the punches of Graves. You know, so he's showing a lot so far for a fighter that's only had 5 fights.
And right now, down goes Graves, and it looks like he might have twisted his right ankle. As right now, he is really favoring that leg. This fight might be over.
Well, he looks like he's in tremendous pain, Tom.
The physician right now making his way into the ring. I'm sure we'll be taking a look at a replay here in just a few moments to see exactly what might have happened, but it looks like this fight might be over, Steve.
It might be over by way of a sprained or twisted ankle, which would be one of the first times I've ever seen that. I remember it happening once before in a fight with Derek Jefferson and David Izon, where Jefferson twisted his ankle, but he continued on. The difference in this case is that we've got the Amazing Graves still on the canvas. But the ref has called timeout. This fight is not over yet. Because it was not from a blow, I think the referee is giving him a chance to see if he can shake it off. And if he can, I think we're going to be back into a live bout.
Looks like, in fact, he's going to continue as he's back on his feet and looks to be not in such discomfort as he was just moments ago.
Stay there.
Now, the medical staff is now leaving the ring. I think they've checked him out, and I think they gave him the okay. He probably just had a momentary spout of pain from twisting the ankle, although he's certainly giving every indication that he really doesn't want to continue because he's continuing to try his ankle there. I think that's a signal to the ref, please, ref, stop the fight.
Washing off the mouthpiece now, and we are going to continue here.
But to his credit, he's coming back out.
And wasting no time is Mihtar.
Mihtar's taunting him. He's coming in with good left hooks to the body. I think he's trying to take advantage of having a wounded fighter in front of him. But to Graves' credit, he's holding his ground. And a nice counter combination with a left hook and a right.
But still, favoring that right leg there.
Yeah, he's literally hopping around. Now, you notice he has a southpaw stance, so that causes a problem to start with, because when you have a southpaw versus an orthodox fighter, their lead foots almost usually get tangled up because they're right next to each other.
Watch your heads, step back.
So when you have a twisted ankle, I think that that's going to aggravate that situation. But Graves is continuing, and something that sometimes occurs during a fight if you have an injury is that when somebody's trying to throw punches at you, you get an adrenaline rush, and that adrenaline rush can mess with. And Graves landed just a nice left hook there on Mihtar's chin.
That he did. As right now it's Graves utilizing the jab.
And if you notice, he switched back orthodox. So we've got Graves going lefty and righty in the same fight. And Graves just landed a pretty good punch. And the reason I could tell is it caused the sweat on Mihtar's head to get knocked off. So there's something on Graves' punch, but Mihtar answers him with a left-right combination and comes back with an uppercut right down the middle.
And Mihtar not going to the body too much here.
No, surprisingly, he's headhunting for a body expert. He's trying for the knockout by the head.
Give me your mouthpiece. All right. Give me your mouthpiece. Don't let him play possum on you and get in your head like this fight was over.
Thanks for this guy.
Fix his one glove here, will you?
Okay, you got it, brother. What's the table? I want you to work off your feints. You know what I'm saying? Because he's loading with everything, and you're going to catch him working off them feints. All right? I mean, you're going to catch him. Load up off them feints because he's coming wide with everything. You know what I'm talking about? You see it, don't you?
Not yet.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about? He's loading
It
up.
hurts like this. My ankle hurts.
Which one?
All right. Outside of water. Come on.
Let's go, corners. Out. Bill.
Round number 2, this one scheduled for 4. Brian Mihtar in the red corner, taking on Chris Graves in the blue. And Steve, we did hear in the corner of Graves that leg or ankle is still bothering him.
Yeah, he complained about ankle pain, and his corner very alertly taped his ankle right before he went out to try to give him some extra support. But to me, he operated pretty well on that ankle in the first round, and I think with the adrenaline going and the tape, you know, he should be able to make it through a 4-round fight. In fact, Graves is coming out here in this round, I think, a little stronger than he ended the last round. And he just landed a slapping left hook right on Mihtar's chin, although it didn't have much effect.
Missing wildly to the body there.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that for all the talk of the body work of Mihtar, he has really abandoned him for about the last 2 or 3 minutes, and he's been head hunting, but maybe we'll see him come try to work the body here a little bit here. Now, you notice Graves just turned back southpaw, and that resulted in Mihtar landing a left hook to the midsection. Oh,
there's the body
hook.
shot.
Yeah, he's now begun to use that left hook to the right side of Graves, and he's been very effective with it. Now, Graves is trying to counter it by keeping his elbows down and crunching almost in like a fetal position. And if you do that, it gives you some protection using your elbows to block the punches as they go to the midsection.
Okay, Lingo, step back, no punch, no punch.
Graves having a rocky career thus far, blames the guidance of his career.
Yeah, he's had a rocky career, but he is a veteran of 20 fights, and I think that's serving him well to survive against a guy who's undefeated with all of his wins by knockout. And I think we have a very good chance here for Mihtar to be taking the distance, and I think that's actually good for him. He needs to go some rounds, learn to pace himself, and to know that you're just not going to go in there and knock everybody out.
There's it to the body and then to the head.
Yeah, but Graves
by
also
Mihtar.
threw a wild left hook followed by a right-left combination. So Graves countered with a 3-punch combination, and he's actually got Mihtar backing up now.
That he does, and going to the body himself.
Yeah, he landed a right hook to the body, and then he came back and threw an uppercut and then a left hook to the body. So I guess what's good for the goose is good for the gander. He thinks if you're going to hit me in the bread basket, I'll hit you back.
Oh, and a left hand there.
Yeah, they both traded right about the same time. I think Mihtar got the better of it because he has more power in his punches, but actually both fighters landed. And if you noticed right there, Graves turned back southpaw, and when he did, he threw a left hand. Now he's back to the orthodox position. Now he's southpaw again.
We come to the final moments.
All right. You're doing fine. You're doing fine, bro. You're doing fine. You're all right. The guy's fighting you. The guy's going to fight you, man. You're doing good, though. Just keep doing what you do, but pressure him, man. Pressure him a little more. Steady pressure. Don't try to knock him out one shot, all right? Just keep moving your head and put steady pressure on him, all right? And try to 1-2. You got to use the 1-2 more. Work off your jab. You got to work off your jab and move your head. Okay, and don't let him get you on the ropes like that.
You can feint him, hit him when he moves his head. Let's hit him hard this time when he moves his head. You know, feint him, go where he goes. Hit him hard. He's there for it. This is your fight.
Especially when you switch to left arm.
I like what I'm
catch him
seeing.
right down the middle. Throw it left arm right down the middle.
All right? Don't. Seconds out. Stay in your corner. Stay in your corner. Stay there, coach. Time.
We move now to the third round. This one scheduled for 4 right now as the referee right now adjusting the wrist tape.
Yeah, and that tape was actually loose last round, Tom, and I was wondering why the ref didn't stop the action. And you would have thought the corner would have fixed it during the minute break, but apparently they're now just catching it. But we're set for action now.
And Steve, we've seen a couple rounds of action. How do you have it scored so far?
Well, I admit our head 2 rounds to nothing, but they are close competitive rounds.
And now really going to the body is Mihtar.
He is, and he's getting the better of it, but to Graves' credit, he's coming back, and he is landing some shots of his own.
That he is.
Okay, Michael.
And you notice, again, he's out of the southpaw stance, so that may be causing Mihtar some problems. The shifting from the left to the right, he may not realize his opponent was ambidextrous. Oh, and he just threw a wild shot that bounced right off the head of Mihtar. Oh, and another left hook right to Mihtar's left cheek.
Not looking like it really affected Mihtar there, though.
Yeah, I don't think Graves has the firepower to really hit Mihtar, just enough to keep the fight interesting and to let him know he's in a fight. But Mihtar clearly has the stronger punching power.
A left and then a right by Mihtar there.
Yeah, Mihtar's again coming down, trying to work a right hook to the body, but Graves, to his credit, is fighting back despite having a hurt ankle, and just landed a lead right uppercut. That's something you rarely see.
No wrestling, no wrestling.
Referee in charge is Frank Garza.
Yeah, and he has his hands full because these guys are getting a little bit sloppy out there. The heads are banging. Oh, good left hook by Graves.
And going to the body, then the head with that left hook.
Oh, and Mihtar just hit him on the break right to the body. That was kind of a cheap shot. But he's come back with 4 shots to the body.
No.
Graves shook his head as if he wasn't hurt, and that's always a sure sign that they are hurt, Tom.
We have certainly seen that before.
Let him go. Punch out of there.
As right now, Mihtar near the ropes. It's Graves right now.
Yeah, and Graves is coming forward despite having a weakened ankle and not having quite the firepower. There are times when he's the aggressor in the fight. And there he lands that right lead uppercut again. And then he lands the right punch.
And a nice left hand uppercut, followed by a right hand by Mihtar.
Yeah, and you see the difference. Graves lands an uppercut, doesn't have much effect. Mihtar lands an uppercut and snaps his head back. The difference in this fight is the firepower of Brian Mihtar. I mean, you see Graves is landing. He's had left-right combinations to the midsection. He just doesn't have the firepower to have the same damage that Mihtar does.
And we come now to the final moments of round number 3.
Get him out, please, Rob. Get him out, please.
All right, baby.
Yeah.
Last round.
He picked her up a little bit. We got a close fight here. son.
Last round.
Thank you. We got a close fight here. All right, bottom line. We need it all this round. You got some great conditioning. I love what I'm seeing in there. Come on. Let's take it from him. We don't need to fight him that much.
Get on his ass, knock his ass out, all right? Move your head in there.
You know what I'm saying?
And don't freaking lean on him when you're done punching so he can grab you. You know, move in, get close, but don't get too close. And work that body and go upstairs like you were doing, all right? He don't belong in the ring with you, Brian, all right?
When you make him miss, make him pay.
Make him pay. Don't give him any more.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about.
Come on,
Let's
baby.
go, Brian.
Good fight. Let's finish it up good, okay?
This is it, the 4th and final round between Brian Mihtar and Chris Graves. And Steve, we've certainly seen a lot of action thus far.
Yeah, we're going to have more action in the 4th round because when you have an undefeated fighter who's won all his fights by knockout, he wants to keep that streak going. So Mihtar's come out here, guns blazing, trying to set things up behind the jab, but to Graves' credit, he's holding his ground.
Couple left hands there by Mihtar.
Yeah, and Graves, for having a sprained ankle, is now on a bicycle moving around, so that ankle sprain, if nothing else, is not dampening his effectiveness to try to get some movement, some lateral movement. And he's using that movement to try to work behind the jab, and I actually think he's well served to do that. If he tries to stand toe-to-toe with Mihtar, he's just outgunned.
If you're just joining us, neither fighter has been knocked down. However, Graves hurting his ankle in the very first round of this fight, so he's been favoring that leg throughout.
And you notice Graves is turning from southpaw to orthodox almost every 15 or 20 seconds. So maybe that's causing Mihtar a little bit of problem. Now he switched back to southpaw, maintaining a wide stance, in part that may be due to his ankle being hurt. Now he's back to orthodox.
And Steve, Mihtar maybe showing a little bit of fatigue here.
Yeah, he normally is not used to going the distance. He's never gone the distance. So one of the reasons why it is important to go the distance is a young fighter needs to learn how to pace yourself. And you try to go 4 rounds, and then you try to go 6, and then 8, then 10. It doesn't do you any good to get ready for 10-round main events, knocking guys out in 1 or 2 rounds. So this is a very good learning experience for him. It's the perfect fight for him. But he's still trying to knock out his opponent. He just doesn't have quite as much on his punches anymore because of the fatigue factor. And Graves is looking like he's actually about as spry as he's been in the last round or 2. And just as I say that, Graves turns and lands the jab right-hand combination on Mihtar.
Missing with the left and right is Graves. But it's Mihtar with the back against the ropes. And a left hand lands solid on Graves.
Yeah, you see again the difference in firepower. Graves landed about 10 punches that didn't do anything, and Mihtar has Graves in trouble here.
Nice exchange here in the corner. As both fighters showing a lot of heart here tonight.
A lot of heart, toe-to-toe action. It's just Mihtar is just stronger. Not only his punches, but he's physically stronger as well.
As we come to the final moments of this 4th and final round. Well, Steve, we certainly saw a lot of action, a little bit of drama with the ankle injury early in the fight.
Saw a lot of action. They were toe-to-toe right at the bell in the 4th round. Even though Graves was taking a little bit of punishment, he held his ground. A good fight, but on my scorecard, Mihtar wins by a shutout.
Mihtar 5-0, looking to extend his record tonight to 6-0. Going to the distance for the first time. In fact, all of his first 5 wins coming by way of knockout.
Well, I think he was able to maintain one streak, his winning streak, but another streak is gone. He didn't knock him out. But in the long run, I think that will serve him well.
And give all the credit in the world to Chris Graves. He came here tonight to fight, and he put on a nice show here for the crowd.
Showed a lot of courage, hung in there with a sprained ankle. He gave us a good fight.
Well, dancing inside the ring now.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how hurt his ankle really was if you can do steps like that.
Take it. Take it.
As we await the decision. And you know, Mihtar's corner, I don't really think they ever believed that his ankle was really hurt. They thought he was playing possum, Steve.
They said that, and it's hard to ever know whether somebody's really hurt or not. Only the fighter really knows.
If they don't do anything, it's like dancing, man. You got a bad partner, they do it bad.
And it looks like we are just about set to get the official decision, so let's send it into the ring, and our ring announcer, Andre Kordamash.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 exciting rounds, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 39-37 for your winner, Brian Mihtar.
And for Brian Mihtar, congratulations. And we look forward to seeing much, much more of him in the future. We will be back with more from the Soaring Eagle Casino in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Stay with us.